Hi. Now, you may remember that in the last video segment, I alluded to the creative teaching framework using the Dutch football analogy as a total approach to highly effective and creative teaching. However, I didn't explain exactly what it was, what its components were, except to say that it wasn't some fluffy educational concept. And to be frank, having been in the profession for 30 years, there's in fact plenty of that. Sallis and Ingley, I think in the 1980s or 90s, once made a statement that education is a creature of fashion. And I think that's certainly true from my experience. So we're kind of left with some big questions, aren't we? First of all, well, what exactly is the creative teaching framework? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? Does it have substantive knowledge bases? Particular pedagogic practices? If you like, a methodology, a set of heuristics that enable us to understand what it is that highly effective and creative teachers actually do across a range of teaching situations? Can we model the underlying syntax of the behaviours, the way teachers think about their teaching, the specific behaviours that they use, and how this comes to comprise a set of strategies that have an impact on the student experience? And that's the crucial thing that we're going to look at. Teaching is an experience, just as all of life is an experience. It's a question of whether that experience in some way creates some pleasure, some motivation, some buy-in, or whether the experience is perceived as irrelevant, perhaps even boring, and therefore you get disengagement. So we're now ready to start looking at some of the key components of the creative teaching framework and how they work. And hopefully you will see that they are understandable as sets of practices, as ways of thinking about teaching, as ways of constructing learning experiences. And see that if you are a motivated teaching professional and you really want to be an highly effective and creative teacher, it's a set of learning competencies that are understandable and transferable. So I hope you're going to enjoy this.